Good morning, everyone. Welcome to today's Tuesday training. Today is Tuesday the 27th. Let's go ahead and get started. So today we're going to cover updates and reminders, our countdown to the fiscal year end. We're going to talk about the fiscal year in BidBuy. We're going to talk about late execution waivers, where you can find additional training, and we'll finalize with our life hack for today. All right, CPO notice 2023.08. It does require the agencies to complete the Domestic Products Act compliance report. The reporting period was from April 1st through May 31st. Those reports are due by this Friday, June 30th. Renewal contracts, just as a reminder, renewal contracts must be signed prior to the end date of their current term. We can't execute a contract and enter into a contract after the initial term or after the term has expired. There's no training Tuesday next week. Everyone enjoy your 4th of July celebrations. All right, we have our final countdown, 4 business days, including today, to go until fiscal year end. Let's talk about BidBuy. We all are in BidBuy all the time. How is as a refresher, how is that BidBuy number structured? As you'll see, we first have the fiscal year, then we have the organization, then we have the department ID, the document letter, so an R for requisition, a B for BidBuy or for bid, a P for purchase order, and then it ends with the record number. So whenever you start a procurement, you are selecting the fiscal year. At the requisition, you are actually selecting the fiscal year. This is at the requisition what will create that first 2 numbers in your full document ID. At the PO, so if you start something or if you start something a couple months ago and you had anticipated for it to be a fiscal year 23 procurement and you'd put in here 23 or 2023 because you had anticipated it to be a fiscal year 23. But now you have determined that you didn't get it in time or for whatever reason the contract's not executed and it's going to go to 2024. You do not have to restart in BidBuy. You can continue with that. At the PO, you'll be able to go ahead and correct that fiscal year, and that it will not change how BidBuy is numbered. So it would still read 23 at the very first numbers in your BidBuy string. All right, let's talk about late execution waivers. So what happens when a service or good has been received prior to the execution of the contract? First of all, this is not something that should be happening, but if it does, the first thing to do is to alert your APO and your SPO. Then you'll need to obtain approval to actually execute that contract and then execute it as quickly as possible once the SPO has given approval for it to be executed. After it's executed, the agency needs to fill out and submit the late execution waiver attestation of facts and the LEW approval CPO version to the SPO. The SPO will then review it. If the SPO has any concerns or questions, they'll send it back to you for updates. Once it's good to go, the SPO will submit it to the CPO for review. The CPO or the SPO will then return either CPO comments or the approved form back to the agency. The agency would then need to submit the contract file with the late execution waiver and the attestation of facts to the comptroller. So those forms right here, again, are the late execution approval or waiver approval, and then the late execution waiver attestation of facts. Sorry, I can't talk today. So again, we're hoping that we don't have to use those at all, but if you are in a situation, please notify your SPO as soon as possible. All right, on August 2nd, we are hosting our next Introduction to Illinois Procurement. You do have to be registered to attend this class, and it is worth UPPCC hours. Our next monthly BidBuy training will be on July the 12th. You do not have to pre-register for that. You also do not have to attend the whole day. So if there's just a section of the day that you need a refresher on, feel free. But this is generally geared towards new state employees who have, or new to procurement state employees to become familiar with BidBuy and to end up getting their credentials. We also had BidBuy practice sessions Thursday, July 13th and July 20th. That's the second and third Thursday of each month we host these. They start at 9 a.m. There's no agenda. It's for you to bring up any, how do I do this in BidBuy? How do I do that in BidBuy? Or just work through any other questions that you have about BidBuy. Overall, on our website, you can scroll down and find our training center. Either of these images you can click on once you receive the links, and it will take you either directly to our website or to our training center, depending on which one you select. Okay, your life hacks for today. So a lot of people are going to be sitting outside, hopefully with barbecues or 4th of July. If you have an open drink container and the bugs are wanting to get in it, take a cupcake tin with you, punch a straw through it, and now you have a little lid for that. Since we're out next week, I'm actually going to give you another life hack with a cupcake tin. This one was brought to us by Adrian, actually. You can put a cupcake tin in the cup holders of your car, and that will help collect any little dust particles or any spills that kind of occur. You can just take them right out and throw them away. That way it doesn't have any other message for you. All right, well, we've kept it short and sweet for today. We know it's fiscal year end. Thank you all so much. As you get those all clears for your agencies, please go ahead and alert your SPO if there's anything that is on fire that you haven't talked to your SPO about yet. Please do so as soon as possible. Thanks all. Have a great day.